Today I'm taking you to a very special place, a tiny Tuscan island you may never have heard of before. I got the chance to join some friends on a discovery tour of Pianosa. Lorenzo couldn't come along this time, but I learned so much that I'm already planning a return visit with him. We hope you enjoyed this adventure to a lesser-known corner of Tuscany, so sit back, relax, and get your sea legs ready as we head out to sea. Good morning. This is how Vico Pisano looks and sounds at 10 to 5 in the morning. Can you hear the bird song? And I think I can hear a car coming too. This is my lift. Today, I'm going on a little adventure. Are you ready for this journey?
We are ready and anxious for a fun day.
It's going to be fantastic. So Jim over there sneaked in, but he's our driver. Are you ready for this?
Pardon?
Are you ready for this?
I am.
We're speaking quietly because Lorenzo's asleep upstairs. So let's go. Andiamo. We started our drive just before dawn, heading out into the dark a little before 5 in the morning. We had to be at our meeting spot for 5:20. This was to be an organised trip, and we will tell you all about the details later in the video. So this is our meeting point. It's a huge shoe shop called Giovanni Calzatore. Before we knew it, we were boarding an air-conditioned coach. Our destination, the port of Piombino. The sun was beginning to rise above the Tuscan hills as we hit the highway. Many chose to catch up on their sleep, but I chose to admire the countryside. So we've just got off the bus. The journey took just over an hour from Vico Pisano to Piombino, which is the port where we get the boats to a few of the Tuscan islands actually. So Elba, which will be our first stop, and then on to Pianosa. And it's about 100 kilometers from Vico Pisano to here. And if you watched our video a few weeks ago, when we went to the small hilltop town, Campiglia Marittima, it's very close to here. So we might even see it as we start sailing away from port. So we've got about an hour here now, and I'm standing outside a little bar where we can have some breakfast, and then we have to get onto the pier for 7:45 for our ferry ride. So here comes our boat. To be honest, I was expecting a much bigger ferry, because when we go to Elba, there's usually a lot of people. Wow, this is going to be really exciting. Our first stop from Piombino is the island of Elba. The journey takes about an hour and a half. There we made a quick stop at Marina di Campo to pick up a few more passengers before sailing on to Pianosa. That final stretch takes about 45 minutes. I'm not exactly sure how many people the boat can carry, but both the upper and lower decks were comfortably full. Downstairs you'll also find local guides offering optional excursions around the island, a great way to discover more once you've arrived. As we sail on, the island of Elba slips past us, its rugged hills a striking contrast to our destination ahead. Pianosa appears like a mirage on the horizon, barely rising above the sea. It's so flat that sailors once called it Planasia, the flat island. It's easy to think that there's not much here, but look closer. These turquoise waters clear as glass, are part of a protected marine reserve. People come here for beaches of soft white sand, to swim and snorkel in waters that feel like the Caribbean. But there's more to Pianosa than its exotic sea. Its history stretches back to prehistoric times. Roman ruins lie hidden among the scrubland, and early Christian catacombs rest beneath its soil. For centuries, the island's remote beauty made it a target for pirate raids. It's a place where history quietly lingers. We arrived about 11 in the morning and headed straight for Cala Giovanna, the only beach on Pianosa where you are allowed to swim. It's not an organised beach, so you really do need to bring your own sun umbrellas, chairs and plenty of water, and we even packed a lunch too. There is a small restaurant and bar on the island, but before I tell you about that, I would like to tell you a little bit more about the island's surprising past. In 1856, it became an agricultural penal colony under the Grand Duchy of Tuscany. Then, in the 70s, the prison was turned into a maximum security facility for high-ranking mafia figures. They called it the Alcatraz of Italy. The prison finally closed in 1998 and the island became a national park, with parts of it being open to the public. Today, some inmates from the nearby Porto Azzurro prison on the island of Elba live and work here as part of a semi-liberty program. They grow vegetables, bake bread, and even cook and serve at the island's restaurant. They also help run the island's only hotel, Hotel Milena, which, by the way, Lorenzo and I hope to stay in one day if we can get on the waiting list. Looking back, we wished we'd left the packed lunch at home and chosen to eat at the restaurant. The food looked absolutely delicious. So this is a little garden area by the canteen, and it's so prettily done with all these little gazebos and little places under the shade. Very, very, very impressed with the wonderful Pianosa. We just didn't expect this at all. It was hard to tear ourselves away from the beach, but we'd booked a guided tour at 3 p.m. We were amazed to discover just how much there is to see and do on an island that's only 10 square kilometres. That's just under 4 square miles. There's trekking and mountain biking, a guided prison tour, and much, much more. It was a hot day, so we chose a lighter option, a guided visit to the village and the catacombs. The tour lasted about an hour and a half, starting at the beautifully restored agronomist's house. From there, we wandered through the evocative old village. Many buildings stand in a state of quiet decay, but somehow they feel even more magical this way. I truly hope the strict protections here stay in place so Pianosa keeps its raw, authentic spirit. We explored the village with our guides who brought the place to life with stories of mafia bosses, local legends, and the haunting sound of a certain bird whose call, they say, echoes like a crying baby at night, terrifying anyone captive on the island.
You can imagine in a dark night, without energy, without power, just with in a stormy night. You can imagine the impression of people who stay around Pianosa and they hear this.
Wow.
It's like a baby crying.
Sì, sì. The catacombs were an incredible surprise, hidden right in the middle of the village, near the old port, dating back to the 3rd or 4th century AD. They're the largest early Christian catacombs north of Rome, with around 700 tombs. It's extraordinary to stand there realising just how many layers of history this little island holds. Before we knew it, it was time to say goodbye to the crystal clear waters of Pianosa and her historic tales. We only scratched the surface on this short visit, so there's no doubt we'll be back next time to see the Roman ruins properly and to hike and bike around the island.
Okay, ciao ragazzi, welcome back to Vico Pisano. I hope you enjoyed the video Marie did, last video did for the island. What's the name of the island?
The island is Pianosa.
Pianosa Island. It is a shame I wasn't be there because I was working, but I will be there. We're gonna go back soon. That's what we thought about.
Absolutely,
We're gonna go back soon, and then we're gonna show you even better experience in that island. We also have to thank to the travel agents help us to do the trip.
Yes,
What's the name of the team, Marie?
Yes, so I said I'd give them I wanted to give them a shout out. Great girls, Martina and Sara from Sogno Mondo Viaggi. Ho detto giusto? Sì. So they're in a small town not far from us. And they organise these excursions to lesser known places in Italy. Not only Italy, but also they do worldwide travel. But for these little specific trips, they were fantastic because they take the stress out of everything.
Yeah.
So they organised the ferries. There was a coach ride down to the ferries. They know what to expect when you get to the island. So if you're a bit scared of doing these things on your own, they're perfect, aren't they? In fact, do you remember we went with them last year?
Yeah, we've been to the Capri Island. Another one, that was fantastic.
Yes,
wasn't it?
yeah. So we both did it.
Those girls are amazing.
Yeah, so we're going to leave a link because if you are staying with us in Vico Pisano,
you can use them for day trips.
You can use them for day trips if you don't want to drive.
Yeah.
And so they're about a 5-minute drive away from here,
not far away.
But anyway, that can be organised on the day. So thanks for watching again.
Thank you guys.
We love you.
We love you, and then just following us, okay?
Okay.
See you next time. Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.